What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell to turn on your notifications to keep up to date with all kinds of bodybuilding content right here on the channel. We are back again with another episode of the Natural Bodybuilding Prep Series 2026, and today marks 2.5 weeks out of the show. Trial peak all out of the way and behind us. If you've been following with the series, you will have seen it went pretty well, very happy with it. And so for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be back to kind of normal episodes of just showing workouts, which brings us on to today, which is going to be a leg session. Haven't done a leg session on the channel for a couple of weeks now, and I'm excited and nervous. I was talking with Aya the other day about how the difference between walking in to train like a push session and walking in to train legs is just that feeling of dread as you're heading in. Whether that's dread from, you know, that the effort is going to be loads, or the sort of anxiety of wanting to beat whatever you did last session. It's just the psychological effort to get in and train legs is just different to everything else. But very excited, got Aya with me today. We're actually going to train some stuff together. I don't think we have exactly the same program today.
A few things.
Yeah, so that'd be nice because we haven't actually trained like together for a while, have we?
Yeah, I think maybe since carnival.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh no, we trained back together a couple of weeks ago. I think we did anyway, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a bit chilly, so I'm going to put this away and I'll see you when we get in the gym. So for the first exercise, full disclosure, we actually did adductors, as I always do. However, somebody who shall remain nameless accidentally recorded the stuff in portrait, and I simply couldn't do that for my OCD brain. So just know that we actually did 2 sets of 20 reps before moving on to the hamstring curl. Now, if you've watched me for any period of time, you know that I usually like to start with the hamstring curl, as it's a way to warm up my knees without putting any stress on my patella tendon. And so that is why we began with this. We did 2 sets here of anything from 8 to 12. Moving on then to our first compound exercise of the workout, we did some Smith machine squats. This is actually only my first or second time squatting on this Smith machine, and as you can see, it is really heavy. So I worked up to a top set of only like 5 reps here, and then did a back off using the wedge and a narrow stance to really target my quads for that final set. After squats, we moved straight into another compound exercise. We're doing the horizontal leg press here. I absolutely love this machine. I don't know if I've ever felt a leg press quite hit my quads in the same way this one does, and the range of motion you're able to get on it is just absolutely amazing. On this one, we did 2 straight sets of 8 to 10, although I just did 2 straight sets of 8. Now we are moving on to our second and final hamstring exercise of the workout, a kneeling single leg hamstring curl. This machine got brought into our gym a couple of weeks ago and it's probably the best hamstring machine I've ever used. The stretch is really good at the bottom, but it doesn't feel like it's putting my knee in an unsafe position like I feel on a lot of lying leg curls. And the contraction at the top is unlike anything I've ever felt. Here we did 2 sets of 12 to 15. And that brings us onto our final exercise of the session, a single leg extension. Now, I haven't really used this machine a lot, but Aya swears by it and she seems to be getting some really good results from it, so we gave it a shot. Something I will say is the stretch you are able to get on this machine is far more than any leg extension I've used before. And going single leg can have its benefits when it comes to correcting muscle imbalances and other issues like that. And as this was the final exercise of the workout, we decided to push ourselves just that little bit more and do 3 sets here instead of just 2. Okay guys, that is going to do it for that leg session. Very, very happy with that session, to be honest. It was a breath of fresh air. Intensity felt really good, energy sustained the entire session, which was really nice, and at 2.5 weeks out of the show is a rarity at this point. I do think having Aya there was a real help and a boost because she does push herself really, really hard in the gym, and she helps to push me hard in the gym as well, which is good because, you know, at this stage when energy's low and maybe motivation feels a little bit low, it can be easy to let the intensity slide a little bit and maybe take it easy. But these are the points where it's actually, in my opinion, the most important to make sure you keep pushing, and having her there is really helpful because she does give me a bit of a kick up the arse. And she's good vibes in the gym as well, you know. Strength on some exercises was actually really, really good. I will say I didn't love the single leg extension. I don't think I'm going to keep that one in. But also, you know, I've only got like maybe 1 or 2 more leg sessions now until we pull them for the show, which is wild to think about. And something that does need to be addressed, the Smith machine squats. That Smith machine is so heavy. I don't know if it's as heavy as the one that I used in the studios in Miami a couple years ago, but it's the heaviest one I've used in a long time. I had 2 25 kilo plates on either side and I squeaked out 5 reps and I was like, it was a little demoralizing, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just kind of had to keep in my head like, you know, I'm 2.5 weeks out, it's a very heavy machine, cut yourself a bit of slack, give yourself some grace, you know? Because then we got onto the leg press and I actually beat my numbers from last week, which I really wasn't expecting, but that's what you're pushing for every single time in the gym, you know? So it was a big success. Now, next time I see you guys, it's actually going to be for the 2-week check-in, which is insane that we're now 2 weeks out of the show. I'm feeling good, you know, right now. I don't know how, but energy is very high. I'm really excited to see how we're looking. I'm not going to give you guys an update. Like I say, we're not going to do any more physique updates until the week of the show, but like probably it's going to be like, you know, maybe Airbnb check-ins, something like that, or we might even save it until the actual show day video. I don't know yet, but regardless, it's not going to be next video. And with that said, that is going to do it for this video. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, drop a comment down below, let me know what you thought of it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to turn on notifications, and I'll see you next time.